Yeah. You ain't know?
All I'm trying to do is just get by. All I wanna do is just stay high. These days I rarely smoke, but when I do,
I wanna enjoy.
I ain't with that gossip, all the girls, she a fraud.
Like,
doing who shit.
let me smoke my grass. Y'all pussy niggas smoking trash. Half a sweeter, half a blown. In other words, I'm blown. Go get that record, Flanny.
So I hop up in my slab, now I feel invincible. As I leave
Go get that record.
be blowing up my phone.
Talk about beefing.
Talk about nothing, could you please leave me alone?
There you
on the stove for a couple eyes
and a black.
I step up out my lap.
Yo,
pussy niggas
bustin' raps.
Idiots move around. Can't you see a nigga though? I know you hoe ass niggas. Now one of y'all cold.
Blow my high. Blow my high.
All I'm trying to do is
Just get by. All I wanna do is just stay high. Blow my high. Blow my high. Go get that record.
All I do is just get by. All I wanna do is just stay high. Okay, I smoke OG and purple haze.
Go get that record, man.
Get a lap with a chocolate free. She running up a factory about the blaze. Getting high pumping every day. Roll guns and I smoke papers. Ain't shit that's choking. Nigga, pass the blunt, you smoking. I ain't even tripping. When it's going, I'm still smoking paper.
Nigga, you a hater.
My cloud that was greater. Ain't came down a week, crime black thing over great. Got gas in the ashtray.
And it been there for weeks. Everybody got dreams like Martin Luther King. Yeah. Old home vodka all in my cup.
You better hold up. With a bitch and live what's sold up. I smoke kush, that caliber. In the streets with a show love. Space we make a nigga talk off below. This Afghan I make a nigga grow up. Trill for the down when you see the carrots.
Man, yo, what it is? Go get that new record, man. The link in the bio. Oh, this ain't Instagram. The link in the description. That hoe go ham. Hey man, do me a favor and go get that record, man. The link should be in the description. Yeah, yo. Yeah, yo. The link is down in the description. Go get that record. I appreciate everybody who did. Jam that hoe in your own speakers. If it sound good. Straight business. Square business. Listen to this last verse.
Man, what this shit about? We agreed to box it out. Toe to toe going live. Long buzz gone.
What a fucking waste of time.
Because I flow, don't just take me for no rapper.
Yeah.
Before I was a rapper, fool, I used to be a scrapper.
Yeah.
My hands on his ass, took the cop to break us up. Now I'm sitting in the county, it's stop cuffed up. Y'all hoes about to blow my high. Y'all hoes about to blow my high. All I'm trying to do is just get by. All I wanna do is just stay high.
Y'all fools about to blow my high.
Y'all hoes about to
Blow my high.
all I'm trying to do is just get by. All I wanna do is just stay high.
Yeah. So it's always a great thing for every hero to have his own theme music. Wouldn't you agree? But at this part of the show, we're gonna salute to wellness. And y'all was with me when I was drinking 40s. So stay with me now as I swig my ACV. As I swig my ACV. that was a great big one right there. But tonight, folks, I know I have a mature audience. My data and analytics show that my hugest audience is mature adult males. At that age, you would think we're mature adult males. It's a very small percentage of 18 to 24 that come check me out. And I appreciate y'all. I would encourage y'all to check me out even more. Because a lot of times the stuff I talk about, my mature adult audience, they pretty much on top of that type of shit already. You know what I mean? So it could do you some good to come and fool with a nigga if you're cool with me. But today we talking about basically something that every man desires. And I ain't talking about a woman. I'm talking about a man from my possible background who could relate. A black male from the hood. Coming up, we all discovered that being in the hood came with some elements. And those elements consisted of poverty, ignorance, and access to drugs, alcohol, and firearms, and negativity in abundance. At least that's what my hood was all about. If you were fortunate enough to not grow up in that environment, don't go seek that environment. Because individuals from that environment, they're trying to change it or they're trying to get away from it. So when I speak of the dust settling, this is a desire of a man who's growing and developing. When you're young, you think like a youngster. But as you mature and become older, the Bible say you put childish things away. You're becoming a man. You know what I mean? 13, 14, 15, you're becoming a man. You're not gonna digress. It's a progression. As long as you're breathing, it's a progression. You're becoming a man. And becoming a man comes with responsibility. Sometimes as boys, we're very irresponsible and we're very destructive. But sometimes we're blessed to go through that stage, which is called the adolescent years. This is the most vulnerable stage for any male, especially a young black male, because he's more keen to making irresponsible decisions that can alter the path of his life for the rest of his life. But sometimes we're fortunate and God have other plans for us. In this particular verse, on the end of Blow My High, I pointed out because it marks a time in my life where it was still commotion. It was still ruckus. It was still very dangerous. At one point in time, I was about to throw my life away. At one point in time, I decided that, hey, I'm probably going to be living in a big house for a very long time because my choices and my decisions. But it didn't play out like that. And I thank God that it didn't play out like that. And as the years progressed, the commotions begin to die down. You know, when there's commotion, there's a lot of dust flying. But you also know when the commotion is over, the dust settles. So every young man who's attracting negativity, drama, and destruction, your older self who would like to live in your future, he would love for you to calm that shit down so that dust can settle. Because while all that commotion is going on, you're being affected on your day-to-day activities. You can't mature and grow and move through society and take care of business as a young man because you're steady dealing with petty disagreements, misunderstandings, and collisions with others over small petty things. As you mature and become older, you won't be able to be distracted by stuff like that so easily. You're insecure. You're ignorant. You have a lack of knowledge and wisdom. This is not your fault. Wisdom and knowledge comes in time, but you have to be a sponge. You can't be a rock. There's a lot of rocks out here, and they're wondering why nobody picked them up and carried them along. You're a rock. You're not absorbing anything. So if somebody's giving you the best instructions, the best game, the best tips, there's nothing you're going to be able to do with it because you're a rock. You have to be a sponge. You have to be able to soak up game throughout the journey of your life. You never know it all. You never know enough. When you become that stubborn and stern and believe that you know it all, you no longer can be taught anything. You're sealed. You're a rock. I'm still a sponge. I still ask questions. I still soak up plenty game. Because that's the only way you're going to progress in this world. Sometimes I'm criticized from being better. I'm criticized from learning more, absorbing more, but I'm not affected by the criticism. Because when you're young and immature, you have to understand words can never hurt you. Sticks and stones can hurt you. They can break your bones, but words cannot hurt you. You shouldn't be easily manipulated by words. You shouldn't let others puppeteer you by words. Don't get me wrong. We all fall short. Sometimes we all get summoned to court by different individuals from moves they pull. And most of us go to street court. When the dust was settling in my mature age, there were gaps where I had no physical confrontation. But then there were these moments where I felt this is unavoidable. It's a must. I show up. I've been summoned. I've been served. And I had to show up. But after those moments, it was few and far in between. The dust truly settled. If any kind of commotion came about, it was just some spur of the moment, make a decision how you're going to deal with this. This is nothing. But if you move the wrong way, it can become something. And most of the time, It wasn't my issues. It was others' issues that I chose to speak on. And I remember some of the last couple of times before the dust truly settled. This happened to be, and I'll try to be vague about this because I don't mean no disinfect, because this is a mature conversation. But this happened to be an individual that I knew. And we've hung out together, we've rode around, had a couple drinks, and we were very familiar with each other. So I thought. But somehow he engaged with my mother, RIP, and he disrespected my mother in a way where she felt jittery. Well, that was the right code. That was the right way to summons me. I will appear, and we can have court. And unfortunately, I came to his courtroom, and unfortunately, I destroyed him. I'm not trying to glorify it, but you punched the right code. You summons me by dealing with my queen, by disrespecting my queen. This is somebody that I would gladly lay down my life for. So that was an easy one. And when I appeared, I beat the brakes off him. I hated that took place. But you summons me the right way. And after that, I let him know, say, that'll never fly in my world. So if you disgruntled about it and you want more, we could take it wherever you want to take it, because that's the right court case. But time passed, and I seen the individual again. He had the ups on me, but what he chose to do was come to me like a man and apologize. And I accepted his apology. That dust settled. It happened again with another individual. He pushed the right code. He disrespected my queen. That's an easy one. That's like Jack in the Box. He's gonna pop out. Everything else you could have done, or he a hoe, he can't rap, he whack, he this, he that. I don't care. But when you make or made that woman feel unsafe, boy, fuck everything you stand for or stood for. And you're going to have to prove all that shit. And unfortunately, that turned out to be a commotion. I'm not proud of it, but ain't no nigga from the hood playing with you, playing with his mama. Boy, you can do anything in the world, but you don't play with no nigga mama. So, long story short, all those commotions died down and the dust settled. And I was able to see clearly. I was able to realize you're not a boxer. You're not a wrestler. You have an inner warrior, but you don't have to activate that all the time. Let niggas do this. Who cares? You doing this does not stop my motherfucking money from piling up. That nigga sounds whack. That nigga YouTube whack. That nigga fat. That nigga a hoe. That nigga a bitch. Ain't now another one of them motherfucking words have stopped my Kagogi rate, nor stopped me from getting bread. Nor did it pierce my armor. I am not affected. I could care less. So, my advice to my young world, take some of what I've become and try and allow the dust to settle, and you will see it's a much beautiful world. And it's many more fights and triumphs and struggles that you need to show up for. Not just collision with each other over absolutely nothing. Now, by all means, nigga play with your queen or queens, go fuck his bitch ass up. Go fuck his bitch ass all the way up. But if that ain't the case, if a nigga just bap, 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 yeah, 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 who gives a fuck about what words come out of a nigga funky ass lips? Who gives a fuck what words come out of a bitch ass nigga dick suckers? You got to be a weak-minded motherfucker to be worrying about a nigga's words. It's plenty wars where niggas and motherfuckers who hate us have really done some physical, fucked up ass, blatant ass shit. But that gets none of your attention. But a nigga who look just like you, who po just like you, who trying to figure it out just like you, said you a hoe and now you want to kill him. Boy, the devil is playing in your ass and puppeteering you. And you are allowing it. The devil has his hand up your ass and is puppeteering you by the way of words. You are moved by the way of words. You are weak, and you are weak-minded. It's a must you mature and grow. Because every 30 days, these are fucking notes and bills and structure and business that needs to be taken care of. I run a business along with almost 3 other businesses. Do you think I have the time to worry about a funky breath, pussy ass nigga's words? If those words were ever valuable and they could help me scratch off some of these bills off this list, I would hang on to every word. I would go and get a bucket and I would collect those words and put a lid on them. So what I'm telling you, young world, allow the dust to settle. It's a beautiful world. You can pick and choose where you want to go and what you want to do and what you want to eat, what you want to wear, what you want to buy. But if you make the wrong fucking decisions, I'll show you something. And this is reality, Holmes. This is fucking reality. That's a young man on death row who been locked up 28 years of his motherfucking, who lives through me, who wish he had a fucking chance to do it all over again. But you niggas playing. You niggas summons each other to destroy and kill each other. Then you gotta go sit in a fucking cell with these gorilla ass niggas, throwing your life in the trash, flushing your opportunities in the toilet. This man doesn't complain when we talk, but he expressed he wished he could have another chance. Unfortunately, he may not ever get another chance. Unfortunately, my brother may die in prison. But I see you young niggas anxious, in a hurry to go to jail, to do some fuck shit, to be irresponsible, to brag about being real and being a street nigga. Guess what? I ain't real. I ain't no street nigga. And I don't give a fuck what any nigga think about it. Because if being real is having the ability to immediately try to destroy a nigga that look just like me, I don't want no part of it. If being a street nigga is out there making dumbass decisions, filling up my motherfucking rap sheet with dumbass motherfucking cases, and being on probation and parole, in and out of court systems, in and out of jail cells, in and out of drama and negativity with other poor black niggas that look just like me, I don't want nothing to do with that. I did that already. And God had a different plan for me. The dust settled. So, my young brothers, it ain't nothing lame about staying out of trouble and taking care of yourself and your responsibilities and your children if you have them, and making your mother proud and making your grandmother proud and teaching your younger siblings and being a staple in the community and open up doors for the elderly when they go in the store and treating women with somewhat respect. That ain't lame. Paying your bills on time. Paying your car insurance. Paying your mortgage or your rent. Buying a homeless person a meal. Donating clothes and money. Donating your time and effort. Caring about something other than yourself. That ain't lame, young brother. That's real. Let the dust settle. It's a beautiful thing. I'm not telling you put your guards down. I'm telling you allow the dust to settle. Stop summoning negativity, commotion, and destruction. Look up the opposite of those words. The opposite of destruction is construction. Destruction means to tear down. to demolish. Construction means to build. You've been taught ass backwards and in reverse. Television, movies, music, bitch ass niggas standing around you who lost, who really old boys, and you looking up to these niggas. Son, look within. Look for the peace within. Look where you're needed and start right there and allow the dust to settle. I'm done. I'm through. What that nigga said on the perp walk, I'm through. Huh? Hey, what's going on, fellas? You know, hey. Look here, I don't want the video to be too long, so I'ma turn it off and I'ma come right back and we can have a discussion. But I needed to get that out directly, exactly what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. If y'all want to have a brief discussion, maybe 10, 15 minutes, I'll do a part 2 of this and we can do some talking. But right now we're gonna end this, so it'll be a short video and directly to the point. Long live the pimp and Mama West. Free young pimp.